Hey guys, I've got a bag full of new makeup here that I wanted to try out with you guys. If you caught my last PR haul, you know what's in this bag, but Lisa Eldridge was so kind in sending me her Desert Gleam eyeshadow palette. It's this gorgeous beauty right here. Cannot wait to use this. She also sent me 2 of her new lipsticks, the Rouge Experience lipsticks. And I also got the new shades from Chantecaille. They've extended their Cheek Gelée shade range. So I think I'll be trying these 2 out. This shade Thrill, I think maybe a little bit too deep for me. So I'll try one of each on each cheek. They did also send me their newly reformulated lip glosses. I have these 2 new shades that we can try on, maybe on top of the Lisa Eldridge lipsticks. And I definitely want to try out Persona's new tubing mascara. They sent me black and brown. We'll see. We'll see what I end up using. Maybe brown. I think that'll probably go best with the Desert Gleam eyeshadow palette, but we'll see. Now, I did also want to try at some point, I don't know if I will in this video, but the new Perricone MD No Makeup Radiant Glow Balm. This is their answer to Jones Road Miracle Balm. But because I have these cheek gelées from Chantecaille, which I'm more anxious to try, I don't know that I'll be able to kind of do both. So I have them and I'll leave them out, but I do feel like I'm probably going to end up using those in a different video. Now, I don't have a new base product, so I'm going to use my favorite mixture here from Sarah Creel. I'm going to use her Face Flex Concealer and Complexion Enhancer in shade number 1, and I'm going to mix it up with her Moisture Source. This is like a biphasal brightening essence. So this is a skincare product, but I like mixing these 2 and using it as a base product. It is glorious, and many of you have agreed with me in that this combination is really divine. So I like to smear about 2 like big swipes of the concealer down, and then after shaking this up, I like dropping about, I don't know, 3 or 4 drops. We'll do 3. And with the foundation brush, I just kind of mix the 2 together and then blend that out. Of course, if you want more coverage, you can use more of the concealer or less of the Moisture Source, or vice versa if you want something even more sheer. But this will give you very light coverage all over. Now, I feel like I need a little bit more coverage around my eyes, so I'm just going to go straight in and use this as like a typical concealer. And just spread that out there. I'm just going to use the same brush. Tap that out. I just love the finish that combination gives my skin. It's so beautiful. It's like juicy but not oily. It's not greasy looking. It's not too overly shiny. It's just this beautiful glow. Oh my God, so gorgeous. Okay. So I'm gonna skip powder today. I have very dry skin, so I don't always powder. It's not something I feel like I always need to do. And today I'm not like doing a lot of errands outside or anything like that. So I'm just gonna leave it with that base, but I am gonna go in with some bronzer, and I have been loving this Farrah Hamidi bronzer. The full name is the Essential Bronzer Compact, and I have it in the shade Bois, which is the lightest shade. It's such a beautiful, neutral, cool leaning tone, and the powder itself is really soft and silky. It blends out beautifully. So I've been using the brush that was released with this bronzer, but it's dirty. So I'm gonna go in with a different bronzer brush. I've got my Rephr number 22 brush, and this brush is much larger than the brush that was released with this bronzer. So just gonna pick up a little bit, just kind of tap off on the back of my hand here. Start slow and kind of build up. Really beautiful kiss of bronze, isn't it? It's gorgeous. Okay, so excited to try these new shades from Chantecaille. So let me swatch all 3 of them, but I'll be putting on the 2 lighter shades because I do think they'll work better on my skin tone. And all 3 of these shades are much brighter and bolder than any of the other existing shades in the line. So here they are. I will blend them out, but I just wanted you to see the color as it comes out of the tube. So this one is Euphoric, this one is Delight, and this one is Thrill. So there they are blended out. Euphoric, Delight, and Thrill. So Thrill is the shade that I won't be using today because I do think it's a little bit deep for my skin tone. I'm sure I'll be reaching for these two more. But the formula of these cream blushes are so gorgeous because they're like this gel hybrid and they leave that gorgeous sheen on your cheeks. They're absolutely stunning. I love, love, love this cheek gelée formula from Chantecaille. It's absolutely beautiful. So I've got my Chantecaille cheek brush, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Delight, which is the lightest shade. What I like to do is squeeze a little bit of it out onto my finger, just a touch, because these are fairly pigmented as you saw in the swatches. And I'm just going to tap just a little bit, 3 dots there. And I'm going to take the brush and start to pounce out. It even has like a really beautiful feel on the skin too. It almost feels like skincare. It's gorgeous. And that was a very light application. So I'm going to go ahead and tap just a little bit more where I want. And on this cheek, I'm just going to use my finger so you guys can see the difference. I personally like using a brush. I feel like you get a really nice blown out, really well blended out application, but you do end up using more product. You know, the brush does definitely eat up some of the product. But this sheen, look at this sheen. Isn't it gorgeous? And I love how this sets down. So it feels like you have like skincare down, but it's not sticky or tacky or it's too thick or goopy in any way. This formula is really refined. Okay, so there is Delight, just a beautiful like light wash of peach. Now I'm gonna go in with Euphoric, and as promised, I'm just gonna use my finger so you can see the difference here. And I just basically apply the same amount, like those 3 dots, and now I'm just using my finger to press. So beautiful. I love that sheen that it leaves. It's gorgeous. All of the Cheek Gelée shades have this gorgeous sheen. This Euphoric shade is such the perfect summertime shade because it's really bright. There, so there is Delight, and here is Euphoric, which I'm sure you can see is brighter than the Delight. Love it. And if you don't feel like putting highlighter on because of the beautiful sheen in this blush, I don't think you need it. I don't think you need the additional highlight on your cheeks if you don't want to take that extra step, which I'm not. I'm going to skip because I don't have any new highlighters and I'm really, really anxious to get to this eyeshadow palette. So I'm just going to do my brows quickly. Just going to use my Dior Onset Brow Gel. Okay, now for this eyeshadow palette. Let me just show it to you one more time. Here is a close-up of the palette, and here are the 6 swatches. So I'm going to go across the top and then across the bottom, and it basically goes between a seamless matte finish and a luminous finish. So first we have Dunes, Christina, Acacia, Ablaze, Sahara, and Firefly. All right, so I'm on the Lisa Eldridge site and I want to do this look because it is utter perfection, and she has basically directions or placement for each of the shadows. So I'm going to try this. I'm going to try this. We'll see what happens. So it looks like basically on the lid, we have the Sahara shade, which is this guy down here, all over the lid. And then we've got the halo effect with Ablaze, which is this metallic shade. And then all the other shades are kind of like supporting characters in this whole look. So I'm going to start with Sahara. Let's see how that goes. So I'm going to use the Lisa Eldridge eyeshadow brush, kind of a blender brush. I'm not sure of the name. It's not printed on the barrel here, but it is this guy, Synthetic Hairs. I'm going to go into Sahara, and I'm going to start as light as possible, as light as possible. And I'm just going to work this over my whole lid, brushing and blending that all over. I got a little crazy over here. Let's blend that out. Okay. Just doing the same thing on this side. Now I'm going to take Dunes. It looks like she has that as the blender shade up there. I'm going to use my Rephr number 14 brush, go into Dunes, and use this basically as a transition shade. I'm going to go back to the first brush and just blend out that transition area. I'm going to use a clean, fluffy brush and kind of go over everything. I've got my Refer number 27 brush. Just blend everything out. Soften up the edges. Okay, now we've got a lot of beautiful metallic shades going on. So Ablaze is that one in the center. And then we've got Christina in the inner corner. I need a small flat shader, I believe. So I'm going to go in with my 02 mini brush from Refer. And I'm going to start with the Christina shade. And that's the lighter one up here. I'm going to put a bit of that over the Sahara and in my inner corner here. These shades are really beautiful. I'm also going to just add some right here. Okay. Wow, that shade really just made the whole eye pop, didn't it? I think I have a little bit more on this eye than this eye. I'm just going to add a little bit more here. And then for the center shade, Ablaze, I'm actually going to use my finger and just tap. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Then I'm going to use the Refer 14 mini brush and use the Dunes shade along my lower lash line. I see that she has that pointed out on this little diagram. So I'm just going to brush that along both of my lower lash lines. Now in this picture, I feel like the crease is much cleaner than mine, but I don't really mind this so much. That's really beautiful though. I wonder if I can do a cleaner line with like at least these metallic shades. Let me try that. I'm gonna go back to this 2 mini brush and kind of carve that out a little. And then I'm just gonna do the same thing on this side. And then I'm just gonna use the same brush and go into Ablaze. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. A little bit better. I like it though. You know what I'm realizing? This eye look did not utilize this Firefly shade. So I'm gonna definitely have to use this in another video because that shade, I mean, this is the party shade in this palette. Am I right? Oh my gosh, gorgeous. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, I was leaning towards using a brown shadow because that feels very matchy-matchy for this eyeshadow look, but I think I'm gonna go with black just to make my lashes like stand out a little bit more. Just curling my lashes with my Refer lash curler here. And I'm so excited. So we're trying out Persona's new tubing mascara. It's volumizing and lengthening. 2 shades, black and brown. I'm going to be using black. Here's what the tube looks like. Here is what the wand looks like. Oops. Don't do that. I got it onto my hand. Slight curve, plastic bristles. I like it. I like the look of this. Ooh, it's kind of like a slick mascara. There's maybe a teeny bit of tack to it. That's nice. I like how separating it is. Ooh, pretty. Ooh, that's amazing. Amazing. Okay. I should add a little bit of eyeliner. I'm just going to tightline my upper lash line just a little bit. What do you guys think? I have this very, very dark green from Lisa Eldridge, Night Forest. I think I should use that. I also took out Ground Coffee, which is just the darkest brown ever. But I think, yeah, I think I'll use Night Forest. So I'm just gonna tightline. There. I really like this eye look. It's gorgeous. Of course, leave it to Lisa Eldridge to create like my favorite green eyeshadow palette. This is so good. So, so good. Okay, lips. So we've got a couple of glosses from Chantecaille that I want to try, and then I do have 2 of the new Rouge Experience shades from Lisa Eldridge. So I have Toasted and Lily, I think is what she sent me, 187 and 188. Yeah, let's try 188 first. That's Lily, because I do want to end with Toasted. It's a beautiful nude, but Lily is this gorgeous burnt red. Is that not beautiful? There is Lily. Such a beautiful red. I love the little hint of warmth in there. Okay, let me take this off and then we'll try Toasted. Here is Toasted. Oh, it's like the perfect cool leaning nude. Isn't that stunning? There is Toasted. I love this shade so much. So this shade that Chantecaille sent me, Love, is not brand new. It's just a beautiful like shimmery pink. But these two shades are brand new. So we've got Gleam and, oh, the sticker for this shade fell off. Anyway, I'll put it in my description box, but these two shades are brand new. So this one is like a pink unicorn shade, and then we've got a gold one. And they both are very shifty, really, really pretty. So let me try the gold one. Oh, they changed the applicators. So the Chantecaille gloss wand used to be a little brush. Now it's a doe foot applicator. So here are the two. Here's Gleam, and then here is the pinky one. So I'm going to actually pick it up off the back of my hand so I don't get this Toasted shade all into this tube. I'm just going to pick it up with my finger. So there's Gleam. Yeah, it just adds a really nice golden sheen, which is actually a really great match for these eyes. It's a subtle sheen. It's not too micro glittery, you know? And you don't feel any of the little shimmers in there. It's not gritty at all. The gloss is very, very smooth. I'm going to take all this off and then just put the pink one on by itself. These actually remind me of the Pat McGrath lip glosses. Well, that's really pretty. All by itself, it's really nice. So there's the pink one. Again, I'll leave the name of it down below because the little sticker on the bottom fell off and I can't remember the name of it. Really nice non-sticky gloss. It's not like oily feeling. It's not like a lot of those like tinted lip balms that we're getting. This is like a really nice, like straight up lip gloss without the stickiness. Well, all right, guys, that is all of the new makeup that I wanted to try on today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I am obsessed. I'm obsessed with this eyeshadow palette. I love the look that I created. And you guys know I don't usually do a bold eyeshadow look, but this is good. This is really, really good. I love the new Cheek Gelée colors. I love the new lip glosses. I love the new lipsticks. Everything was a winner today. Everything was an absolute winner today. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.